What's going on, everybody? This is Ryan A. Polk. Welcome to the wrap up. And today I'm going to review The Harder They Fall, which was produced by the legendary iconic Jay-Z. And this movie, you got quite an assembled cast here. This movie stars Jonathan Majors, Idris Elba, Regina King, Lakeith Stanfield, Zaza Beetz, and also legendary actor Delroy Lindo. Man, I mean, wow, that is quite an interesting cast. Yes, but so this movie it focuses on Jonathan Majors' character. You know, he seeks out revenge on on Idris Elba, who who had pissed him off back in the day. And I'm not a spoiler because that's not what I do. Because I feel like if I was to explain the plot a little bit more, it would kind of be like spoiling it a little bit. But yes, um, so you got Jonathan Major's character. He's out to get Idris Elba's character because he had did something to him back in the day that did piss him off really really bad. And this movie, man. So I'm not a big fan of Western movies. I'm really not. But I will say this: The Harder They Fall is probably my favorite Western. That and Django. I mean, Django was my favorite Western, but now The Harder They Fall is because it was just this movie was just so good from start to finish. I mean, may have started out a little tad bit slow, but when it picked up, and the flow of the movie was just incredible. The action scenes were good. The acting is good. I mean, you got veteran actors, like Delroy Lindo, and actresses like Regina King who are in this. Even though those two were in This Christmas together, but they're playing completely different characters in this. And what's also interesting about this movie is that these people are these stars are playing real life people. So this is like loosely based on true events almost. And The Harder They Fall, if you are a fan of Western movies, I think you really will like this movie. And this movie it did also get a release. It is, I believe it is still in theaters, even though it did get released on Netflix. But I mean, and I did watch it on Netflix, but this movie was just so good that if I did see it in the theaters, I definitely would have enjoyed it. I would have not wanted my money back or anything like that, or I would not have been disappointed if I would have saw this in the theaters. And this movie, I mean, the movie was so good that I do think that it should get maybe an Oscar or a Golden Globe nomination. Not sure for which category. Well, okay. If at the Oscars, it definitely should get a nomination for Best Picture, definitely. And this movie it was just so amazing and just so entertaining. I mean, really can't even think of nothing bad about the movie for real. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I really can't because it was just that good. And then judging by how the way this movie ended, could a sequel be made? Most definitely. And if they do make a sequel, will I check it out? Most definitely. So, and if you, so normally, and this is also where I get to saying, hey, should you go wait for this to go to the red box or go see it in theaters? But with this being a Netflix movie, I will say this: if you have Netflix, then definitely check it out ASAP. I mean, it is definitely one of Netflix's best movies ever. And if you feel like if you want to just get out the house to go to the movies and see it, then I do recommend that you should go see it at the movies. I mean, only if you just want to get out the house and just to go to the movies for a minute, then yes, check it out at the theaters too. But that's all I really. So yeah, that's all I really had to say. I mean, because it was just that it was really that good, and Wasn't nothing bad at all about it, and yeah, it was, man. I mean, I almost want to watch it again. But yes, anyway, so yes, um, check it out ASAP on Netflix, or in theaters. And for the Harder They Fall's grade, I give that movie a nice solid A. Out of 5 stars, I give it 4 out of 5 stars. So until then, this is Ryan A. Polk with the wrap up. And if you like this video, hit like. Feel free to comment below what you thought about the review, or if you've seen the movie. Feel free to comment below what you thought about the movie. And if you want to see more reviews from me, you hit that subscribe button to see some more reviews